Welcome to our journey into eco-friendly landscaping with native plants. Did you know that American lawns use about 3 trillion gallons of water each year? That's more than the total annual water usage of all households in the UK. Shocking, right? But there's a better way to garden that saves water, supports wildlife, and fights climate change. In 2024, sustainability is more important than ever. Native plants are a secret weapon for creating beautiful, low-maintenance landscapes. These plants are tough. They have evolved to thrive in local conditions, needing less water and fewer chemicals. Plus, they offer a lifeline to local wildlife, from birds to bees to butterflies. We'll dive into the world of native plants, showing you how to create a garden that's not only stunning but also sustainable. We'll explore the power of native plants and how they save water. We'll look at ways to attract local wildlife and make your garden a haven for biodiversity. And we'll give you tips on designing a climate-resilient and eco-chic landscape that will make your neighbors green with envy. Join us as we uncover the secrets of native plants. Get ready to transform your garden into an eco-friendly paradise. Let's start this green journey together. Chapter 1: The Power of Native Plants, Nature's Secret Weapon. Native plants are nature's secret weapon for creating a sustainable landscape. These plants have evolved over thousands of years to thrive in local conditions. This means they need less water, fertilizers, and pesticides. Imagine a garden that practically takes care of itself. First, let's talk about why native plants are so powerful. They are incredibly resilient. Because they have adapted to local soils, climates, and pests, they require much less intervention from us. For example, the American goldfinch relies on native thistles for food and nesting material. Without these plants, the goldfinch population would struggle. In 2024, sustainability is more important than ever. Using native plants can reduce your carbon footprint. Did you know that lawns in the United States use about 3 trillion gallons of water each year? That's a lot of water. Native plants use up to 80% less water than traditional lawns. They are a water-wise choice for eco-friendly gardening. Moreover, native plants help control erosion. Their deep root systems stabilize the soil, preventing it from washing away during heavy rains. This is crucial for maintaining healthy landscapes. According to the US Department of Agriculture, soil erosion can be reduced by up to 90% with the use of native plants. One of the most exciting benefits of native plants is their ability to support local wildlife. They provide food and shelter for birds, butterflies, and other beneficial insects. For instance, the monarch butterfly depends on milkweed, a native plant, for laying its eggs. Without milkweed, the monarch population would decline dramatically. Landscaping with native plants also reduces the need for chemical fertilizers and pesticides. These chemicals can harm local waterways and wildlife. By choosing native plants, you are helping to protect the environment. An interesting fact: native plants also play a role in carbon sequestration. This means they help capture and store carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Prairie grasses, for example, have deep root systems that store carbon underground. This helps mitigate climate change by reducing greenhouse gases. To start incorporating native plants into your garden, first identify which plants are native to your area. Local nurseries and extension services can be a great resource. Begin with a few key species and gradually expand your garden. Remember, even small changes can make a big impact. Next, consider creating a mixed planting scheme. Combine different native plants to create layers of vegetation. This mimics natural ecosystems and maximizes benefits for wildlife. For instance, plant taller grasses in the back and shorter flowers in the front. This creates a visually appealing and functional garden. Chapter 2: Biodiversity Boosters, Attracting Local Wildlife. Attracting local wildlife to your garden can be both fun and rewarding. Native plants are the key to making this happen. They provide the perfect habitat for a variety of species. Let's explore how you can boost biodiversity right in your backyard. First, it's important to understand the role of native plants in supporting wildlife. These plants offer food, shelter, and breeding grounds. Birds, bees, and butterflies all thrive in environments rich in native vegetation. For example, the black-eyed Susan attracts a variety of pollinators, including bees and butterflies. Did you know that nearly 96% of North American terrestrial birds rely on insects supported by native plants? This statistic from the National Wildlife Federation highlights the critical link between native plants and bird populations. By planting native species, you can create a haven for birds. To attract birds, consider planting berry-producing shrubs like elderberry and serviceberry. These shrubs provide food throughout the year. Additionally, dense shrubs and trees offer nesting sites and protection from predators. An interesting fact: some birds prefer specific native plants for nesting. The eastern bluebird, for instance, often nests in cavities of native trees. Butterflies and bees are also drawn to native plants. To attract them, include a variety of flowering plants that bloom at different times. This ensures a steady supply of nectar throughout the growing season. Milkweed is a must-have for monarch butterflies. Meanwhile, native asters and goldenrods are bee magnets. Creating a water source is another great way to attract wildlife. A small pond or bird bath can make a big difference. Birds need water for drinking and bathing, while amphibians like frogs benefit from a pond. Keep the water clean and fresh to ensure it remains inviting. Consider adding a few wild areas in your garden. These can be patches where you let native plants grow freely. These areas mimic natural habitats and provide excellent shelter for wildlife. For example, leaving a pile of rocks or logs can create homes for small mammals, reptiles, and insects. Maintaining your garden organically is essential for protecting wildlife. Avoid using pesticides and chemical fertilizers. These can harm the very creatures you are trying to attract. Instead, use natural methods to manage pests and enrich the soil. Composting and mulching are great alternatives. Chapter 3: Water-wise wonders, saving resources with native plants. Saving water is crucial, especially with increasing droughts and water restrictions. Native plants are perfect for creating a water-efficient garden. They have adapted to local climates and need much less water than non-native species. Did you know that traditional lawns can use up to 60% of urban water? That's a lot of water. Switching to native plants can cut your water use by up to 50%. Imagine the savings on your water bill and the positive impact on the environment. First, let's talk about soil preparation. Healthy soil retains water better. Add organic matter like compost to improve soil structure and water holding capacity. This simple step can make a big difference. Mulching is another great strategy. A layer of mulch helps keep the soil moist and cool. It reduces evaporation and protects plant roots from temperature extremes. Plus, as mulch breaks down, it adds nutrients to the soil. Choosing the right plants is key. Look for drought-tolerant native species. These plants have evolved to survive on natural rainfall. For example, the California poppy is perfect for dry climates. It's beautiful and needs minimal water. Group plants with similar water needs together. This is called hydrozoning. It ensures that each plant gets the right amount of water without waste. For instance, place drought-tolerant plants in sunny spots and moisture-loving plants in shaded areas. Drip irrigation is a smart watering method. It delivers water directly to the plant roots, where it's needed most. This reduces water waste and evaporation. Plus, it's easy to set up and can be automated. An interesting fact: native plants can improve groundwater recharge. Their deep roots help water infiltrate the soil, replenishing underground aquifers. This is crucial for maintaining water supplies in drought-prone areas. Rainwater harvesting is another effective strategy. Collect rainwater from your roof and use it to water your garden. It's free and reduces demand on municipal water supplies. Simple systems like rain barrels are easy to install. Reduce lawn areas to save even more water. Lawns are the most water-intensive part of most landscapes. Replace them with native ground covers or ornamental grasses. These plants need less water and maintenance. Don't forget to maintain your irrigation system. Check for leaks and adjust settings as needed. Overwatering is a common issue that wastes water and harms plants. A properly maintained system ensures efficient water use. Chapter 4: Soil Superheroes, Enhancing Soil Health Naturally. Healthy soil is the foundation of a thriving garden. Native plants play a crucial role in enhancing soil health. Their deep roots and natural processes enrich and stabilize the soil, making your garden more sustainable. First, let's understand the importance of soil health. Healthy soil supports plant growth, retains water, and stores carbon. It's teeming with life, including beneficial microbes and insects. Native plants are perfect partners in maintaining this balance. An interesting fact: native plants can increase soil organic matter by up to 40%. This is because their deep roots help break down organic material, enriching the soil. For example, prairie grasses have roots that can reach 15 feet deep. Start by selecting the right native plants for your soil type. Some plants prefer sandy soil, while others thrive in clay or loam. Matching plants to your soil type ensures they get the nutrients they need. Cover crops are another great strategy. These are plants grown to protect and enrich the soil. Native cover crops like clover or vetch fix nitrogen in the soil, improving fertility. They also prevent erosion and suppress weeds. Mulching, again, is key. A layer of organic mulch protects the soil, retains moisture, and adds nutrients as it decomposes. Use materials like leaves, straw, or wood chips. Avoid synthetic mulches that can harm soil health. Composting is a natural way to enrich your soil. Compost adds essential nutrients and improves soil structure. You can make compost from kitchen scraps, yard waste, and other organic materials. It's an eco-friendly way to recycle waste. Reduce soil disturbance to maintain its health. Tilling can disrupt soil structure and harm beneficial organisms. Instead, use no-till gardening methods. Plant directly into the soil or use raised beds to minimize disruption. Planting a diversity of native plants benefits soil health. Different plants contribute various nutrients and organic matter. This creates a more balanced and resilient ecosystem. For example, legumes add nitrogen, while deep-rooted plants break up compacted soil. Use natural fertilizers to boost soil fertility. Organic options like compost, manure, and bone meal provide essential nutrients without harming the environment. Avoid chemical fertilizers that can damage soil life. An interesting fact, native plants can help with soil remediation. Some species can absorb and break down pollutants, improving soil quality. For example, sunflowers are known to remove heavy metals from contaminated soil. Encourage beneficial soil organisms. Earthworms, fungi, and bacteria all play vital roles in soil health. Native plants create habitats for these organisms, enhancing their populations. Avoid using pesticides that can harm these beneficial creatures. Chapter 5: Climate Resilience. Future-proof your garden. Creating a climate-resilient garden is essential in today's changing world. Native plants are excellent for this because they are already adapted to local climate conditions. They can withstand extreme weather better than non-native plants. First, choose plants that are naturally drought-tolerant. For example, the purple coneflower thrives in dry conditions and attracts pollinators. Native plants like this have deep root systems that help them survive droughts. An interesting fact, some native plants can tolerate both drought and flooding. Switchgrass, for instance, can survive in varying moisture conditions. This adaptability makes native plants ideal for unpredictable weather patterns. Soil preparation is crucial for climate resilience. Healthy soil can absorb and retain water, helping plants survive dry periods. Add organic matter like compost to improve soil structure and water holding capacity. Consider using rain gardens to manage stormwater. A rain garden is a shallow depression planted with native species that can absorb excess rainwater. This reduces runoff and helps recharge groundwater. Rain gardens are beautiful and functional. Mulching is another important strategy. A layer of mulch helps keep the soil cool and moist, reducing the need for watering. It also protects plant roots from temperature extremes. Organic mulches like wood chips or straw work best. Planting in layers can also improve climate resilience. This means using a mix of ground covers, shrubs, and trees. The different layers provide shade, reduce evaporation, and protect the soil. It mimics natural ecosystems and enhances biodiversity. Another great strategy is to create windbreaks. Use native shrubs and trees to block strong winds. This can protect more delicate plants and reduce soil erosion. Windbreaks also provide habitat for wildlife. Did you know that some native plants can improve air quality? Trees like the white oak can absorb pollutants and produce oxygen. This not only helps the environment but also improves your garden's resilience. Consider using native grasses in your landscape. They have deep root systems that stabilize the soil and reduce erosion. Grasses like little bluestem and Indian grass are both beautiful and hardy. A well-planned irrigation system is essential. Drip irrigation delivers water directly to the roots, reducing waste and evaporation. It ensures that your plants get the moisture they need without overwatering.